Welcome, welcome. Dr. Stephen Hobbs here from the Wealth Movement. It's Thursday, and it's the day that I'm going to share insights with you. So they could be ideas, insights, investigations born of lived experience. And one that I'm going to share today is about jumping the experience queue. And I have an explanation, and I also have a suggestion for you. Before I jump into that, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the ring the bell so that you can get notifications. And please comment, like, share. Always appreciate seeing what people have to offer. I learn from you, just as I might be, in the sense, educating you. Your comments are educating me, and I so appreciate that. So I look forward to it. So let's just jump into it. The times that I find in the morning for writing is when I'm having a cup of coffee just before breakfast. And there are some mornings where I can play with it a little bit more than other mornings. And sometimes I create what are called 9+1 lists. And these are summaries of things that are passing through me that morning, which are usually stimulated by things that have happened over the last month. And I have created another 9+1 list, of which I'm going to share one today with you. And let's see where it takes us. That there are others who jump the experience queue only to trip and fall unnecessarily. What I mean by the experience queue is the following. There are those who will go to a YouTube channel, and I get the irony here, you're watching this on a YouTube channel, and look up the how-to. Now, often the how-to gives them enough information to be able to do what they are looking to do, but it may not always explain the background information about why are you doing it. And I call that jumping the experience queue, because often the lived experience that you gain through understanding the concepts and moving into the practices is what's called lived experience. And with the bringing on, the advent of the internet and YouTube, how to is a great search term. How to change a tire, how to lead a team. But what often happens is when you start moving into those areas where you're dealing with other people, it makes sense. How do you change a tire? You can get that and make sense of it pretty quickly. But just to take how to lead a team off a YouTube video and just apply it and think it will work from then on in is a bit of a misnomer for you. So what I'm getting at here is to be really alert if you are jumping the experience queue. Now, you might learn from that how-to, but then you've got to work with the ideas that are there and bring other ideas and more ideas. But more importantly, I would suggest that you find a mentor. There are others who have led teams, and being able to have conversations with them is a great way to dig into the background conversation that is important to learn how to lead a team. And this is where I'm getting at about jumping the experience queue, is that you may stay in the foreground conversation of how to lead a team. There's a lot of things going on in the background that you don't pick up from just watching the video in and of itself. Let me give an example of it. In an organization, there are what are called organization charts. And the organization's chart is made up of lines and boxes. Well, that's what I call the foreground conversation. And often it's to do with performance and financials. But if you look at the organization chart, no matter which way it's set up, there's lots of white space there. So often the how-to video follows the lines and the boxes, but it's knowing what goes on in the white space of that organization chart. You can't jump that. You've got to get in there and do and be and have to be able to gain that experience. So what I'm saying is, yes, the how-to video may be of help, but you have to get in and get lived experience with it. Because if you just use the video and just sort of jump over and think that it's the answer for you, you will find yourself in some trouble later on because you may not have a response. And you might say, well, I'll just go look at another how-to video. I get that part. But really what you're attempting to do is fill in that why, fill in that background conversation for yourself. And that's like in life, in terms of making decisions for yourself about where do you want to live, the things that you want to do, the kind of work that you want to get involved with, the philanthropic efforts you would like to share for the world, in being for the world. Now, again, you can jump the experience queue, or you can take some steps along the way and fill in, so that you gain the lived experience. And guess what? You could become a mentor at that point in time, just as you can invite a mentor in to guide you in filling in this experience so that you don't have this feeling of just jumping the experience queue. So I share that with you just more out of heart, because there are times when I've attempted to do that myself and it hasn't always worked. I can certainly let you know that. And one of them happened to be around working with a group and team. That's why I was using that example. And one of the things that I learned out of that was the concept of GREAM. It's actually a group that is taking the best qualities of team and making it their own. So instead of watching a video that says, how do you move a group to a team, and then started doing it, what I learned was, how do I work with the group, taking the different elements of team, working together, and we had basically formed a GREAM. We didn't go all the way to a team. So I'm hoping some of my examples here, even bringing up the topic, will be of value to you around when you or watching others jump the experience queue and then find yourself tripping and falling unnecessarily. So give it some consideration. That's what these Thursday videos are about. It's this notion of consider and connect and complete, put it into action, actually work through the thinking of it, the feeling of it, and see what happens for you. So again, please subscribe, ring the bell, comment, like, share. Appreciate being able to interact with you so that I can learn something from you. And it might be is that I may have phrased something incorrectly, or you have a really great addition, may even be a multiplication to what it is that I've shared, and we can all benefit from that. So again, Dr. Stephen Hobbs from the Wealth Movement. This is the Thursday video about something that's happening in my life, in my work, and I'm just bringing it to you for your consideration. Take care.